We're tired. We're too old for this.
How can you say that after Bill Snyder just signed for another 4 years, right?
That's Coach Snyder. He's tougher than I am.
What did you see yesterday in the scrimmage, first scrimmage?
Well, we were tired. 7 straight days. So we came back today. This is the only practice we're going to have. I felt like we still had a decent run-through practice, but we did it in shells because it's the only practice today. And then we needed more energy. We were tired. Sunday we'll be off, and then we'll start back Monday. Probably tomorrow will be a lot better evaluation scrimmage. Yesterday we saw who can block and tackle. As usual in that first one, there was a lot of good and a lot of bad. So they all saw it, and we'll go forward from there. So.
Would you say the defense or offense got the better of each other yesterday?
We had offense had a couple plays. I'd say it was probably even.
Is there any separation with the quarterbacks right now?
No, actually, I think both Sean and Mike look good. Sean really gets himself out of trouble, though.
Okay, so looking at last season, Ross Blacklock, how good was he, and how important is it for the defense to get that inside pressure, or have guys?
Well, yeah, him and Corey, but really all of them. Joe, it's one of our biggest things. 2 years ago, we had problems with. Was we just weren't big enough. We couldn't hold up inside. And so we came back, and even though they were young, we were able to play. And really, that's what it's going to come down to this year. Is they all have to stay healthy. We've got to have a rotation. We got 5 or 6 of them. They got to be able to play. And so it'll be interesting to see if we can play better than we did a year ago. So.
You find any answers up front yet? Any answers to left tackle?
Well, yeah, I think both. Really, we've been pretty happy with our. Really, to be honest with you, our offensive line's come along a long way, and really, even our twos inside. I still think we have work with our 2 tackles, but Anthony McKinney has made a lot of progress. You're going to make progress. In spring, we weren't able to because all of our ends were out. Now every day, we're getting a chance to work on good, and good helps you. So,
with Michael kind of competing with Sean, is he giving you more than you guys expected? Did y'all?
No, I wouldn't put him on scholarship if it was more than what we expected.
You're no stranger to walk-ons beating out scholarship players, though. Is this a unique situation being a quarterback?
Yeah, but I didn't really think of him as a walk-on. He was basically, however you look at when he was at his Ivy League school, he was a good player. So it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. In this league, especially if your quarterback's going to run, you better have 2. I don't know anybody that's won a championship yet that didn't have to play with 2. Even Oklahoma last year, the guy had to come in. So.
Does Michael run pretty good as well? It seems like some of the players said he runs.
Yeah, he runs a lot better than what you think he does.
You're not favoring one over the other yet?
No, but I'd have to say, because he's been here longer, probably Sean has been. But I'll know more tomorrow. Because now all the teaching's done, and now it's more into we're getting better, and you're reacting more than you're thinking, hopefully.
Would you say both bring similar traits, or would you have to alter the offense one way or the other?
I don't know. Without telling Texas and everybody else, Ohio State, what they do, that's hard to answer that question. But, they're both pretty athletic. Obviously, Sean's very athletic. He's lost a lot of weight since spring. We were heavy. I think we're like 228, and I think he's down in the high one in the teens. So that's made him where he runs better. He's more standing and doing things. And when you're not tired, you make better decisions. So.
The other day on Saturday, you were mentioning, Julius, how you want him to get to where his mental state is better than what he's been showing. Has he shown that
he's been
lately?
He's trying to get his leg in shape. He's still got the brace on, and so it tires out on him. So his whole improvement will be a process, but just in a week, he's already come a long way.
Is it really just a battle between him and Tony right now for that other spot, or is there anyone else?
No. Really, trying to think. 21. Noah's had a great camp. Yeah, I think even Obi-Wan Kenobi is doing great. So we moved him out to corner.
Who's
So,
oh, Michael?
Michael.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yo-Yo?
he's played both. Yo-Yo's played both.
Okay.
Yep.
How about the linebacker situation? Did Juwan look good yesterday in the scrimmage?
You know, Juwan just keeps getting better. Really, all of them. You know, I've been, even Alec Dunham, even the young guys, even Ben and Jacoby. Chad's really done a great job of bringing those guys along. You know, moving a guy from safety to linebackers. You know, linebacker guys, as a general rule, they're really front guys, and so coverage is a different animal. And when you move a secondary guy to a linebacker, which Chad played linebacker in college, so he has that element, but he has the coverage element. Really helps linebackers understand principles, and so really, he's done a really good job because it takes so much teaching for our safeties, and so he's brought that attention to detail to the linebacker position. And you know, today we game planned. We did this morning. Besides, we got better doing some things, individual and doing things, and then what we did was we actually worked on Southern. So we got 30 minutes of Southern in. Every day we'll work on somebody new in the first 3 or 4 ball games, you know, without really trying to confuse them. But it's
The rankings that came out that had, I guess you're at 15, TCU at 15. I know you
now,
get asked all the time.
65th is where I want my magical number. 65th. By the time we're around 65th, then we do pretty good.
With Michael going to corner, does that mean Trayvon's kind of solidifying himself as the
Yeah,
backup?
man. You also have Ardarius. Ardarius has been playing free also. But Michael will play both. You know, we knew with the depth of corner where we'd be, but really it's actually having those guys come along. You know, it's really good. With Noah being a big corner and Michael, you get 2 different guys comparably to some of the littler guys that are fast.
I know he played corner in high school, but did it make the decision a little bit easier since Trayvon's improving? Or?
Yeah, well, you can only get X amount of reps.
Yeah.
And so what we do is we rotated those guys everywhere yesterday, and we'll do the same thing in the scrimmage tomorrow. How do we, you know, we keep building the depth so you run out of somebody in the middle of the season, they've already got a little bit of a base, you know, and so like Ty's going to do some defensive end, not tomorrow in the scrimmage, but there's some teams where we need faster defensive ends to play the read and do some stuff, and he's going to give us an opportunity to be able to do that some.
Obviously, Ben gets a lot of accolades, but how good do you think LJ can be for you guys this year?
Oh, he's got a chance. They're just different. You know, it's LJ's a power rusher, one's a speed rusher. And so, you know, LJ's situation is he's lost a lot. You know, he lost at 280, around a 4.7 for the pros in the spring, but he's about at 268. So he's lost about 12 pounds because we just needed. He's only used to playing about 20 plays a game, so it's about how can you play 40 plays a game and play at the speed we want to play. You know, and play more than 3 plays at a time and rotate. So if he wants to play 6 plays, the whole thing's been about getting him where he can play. If you're tired by the time you get to 3rd down, then you can't. But if he's been used to coming in on 3rd down. Now it's about you can still play on 3rd down just like you played without coming from the sideline. So.
A strong safety, Ennis played pretty well against Stanford in the Alamo Bowl. How's he looking at strong safety?
Yeah, he's still a starter. I mean, he's still a starter. Ray's getting himself back in shape because he was out all spring with the injury, and so for us, he's in a green shirt, and then we're really bringing LaKendrick. And really, Holmes, the young man from Mansfield, has really come a long way. I can't talk about the injury, but we just ran across and got hurt, so Atanz will probably be out for the rest of the season, but it's one of those things where but you know, it's the great part about having a red shirt. You get an opportunity to have all that stuff, but he's still been involved in doing things.
Is Nico, I know he didn't early on.
Yeah,
He had
he's
something,
fine.
but he's fine.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
when you're in 2 days, every day in 2 days is like a year. I mean, it's like drama. You know, because one guy can't go because this guy's tightened up and this happened. It's because you're just pushing so much, and so right now he's great. That's not meaning 15 minutes from now that we're going to be great.
Every year, Coach, we ask you about the freshmen. At first they do great, then they hit this lull that you talk about. Have they kind of hit that, or are they still
No, the
pushing
lull
through
will happen when school starts. And then they have to go to 12 hours of school, 12 hours, 4 classes, 5 classes, and then they got to go and shut it off, turn off the switch, come learn over here. You get basically one more week what you do. Then they'll go through that lull, and then about halfway through the season, when they get used to their routine, then they start coming back, and start getting ready. So.
Has O'Shawn still impressed you?
Yeah, yes. You know, Dennis Collins, Mike Epley's been a little bit banged up, but Dennis Collins, O'Shawn, yeah, and you know, like I said, you know, when Ty moves there, so it'll give us a complement of guys. So
I'm assuming the two defensive
even,
tackle.
well, even I tell you, even Brandon Bowen has done some good things. He's just been out for 2 years, and so it's just a process of getting him back in, getting ready to go, getting where they need to be. So.
When you were talking about the redshirt rule, you mentioned two defensive tackles that could have benefited from that last year. Was that Terrell and George
Yeah.
that you're talking about?
Yeah.
How are they looking so far?
Yeah, well, they're number 2 and number 3s, you know, and so, you know, at that position, you just need to understand you're going to have to play at some point in time in the year. I mean, they're, you know, it's, you know, in this league, when you go no huddle, if you don't rotate, guys wear out by the end of the season. I mean, we try to play, if you play 60 plays, you'd like to be 40-20. 40 with your starter, 20 with your backup, and then, I mean, when I was at New Mexico, we had 11 defensive linemen. 3 of them went down to scout team, and they still played about 10 or 11 plays a game. You know, and over a season, over 12 games, that's, you know, 130, 140 plays, and that's a big amount. Keeping your kids healthy and doing all the things you need to do, and all the banging, especially up front. So, it's really important that your 2s can play like your 1s if you want to be successful. So.
Do you feel like you have those 10 or 11 guys
I
that
don't
you
know,
rotate?
not yet. I don't know about that yet.
You have a lot of.
How do you feel about right guard? Pretty
I don't
big
know.
competition right there.
I don't know the difference between right guard and left guard. Right now they play both guards. You know, guys will come on. You know, the offensive line, like I said, the first team group, very happy with, as a general rule. Casey's going to be out for about another week and a half, 2 weeks. Had an injury, but you know, we're expecting him back before the first ball game. And you know what that does, kind of like when Nico was out for a couple of days. That meant Trey and Ardarius and Michael Ball 3, then they all get better. That's one of the things we've done here is, you know, we don't change what we teach. We teach whole part whole. So it's, you throw it on the board, see how much sticks, see how much they learn, and then now come Monday, we'll get a chance after a week, we'll get a chance to start all over again. But now you're just getting better. Today we got better just because we were able to teach a whole bunch of stuff. You know, we're all a bunch of stuff. Now we're learning the techniques. We're not just teaching defense. Now it's how you play your techniques, how you fit, how you set, how you do things. So.
You have a lot of former players in the pros. Any anthem talk you have to have with your current players here?
Nope.
Has it trickled down?
Nope, we don't stand outside. So.
Go 2 more questions if you have them.
Special teams, what's the kicking situation look like? Song played well early in the year last year. Cole Bunce came on strong at the end of the year.
Cole's the starter right now. Ortiz has really emerged as the freshman, as our snapper. He's really done a great job. He's really fast. I mean, I've been very impressed. We're getting exactly what we thought we recruited. So.
Obviously, I know you said you're working on technique and implementing your defense. How much time, or when will you start looking at like 2-minute stuff and go like implement all that?
We already have. Yep. Every morning, when we get done with 7 days, when we get done with 6 days, actually today, we're at 6, now we're at 7, we're at 8. By the end of 6, as a general, we've taught everything in this defense, from goal line to nickel to dime, you name it, we've taught it. So it's, for us, it's always a process of getting into what we need to get into.
Guys, good?